Hey people. Okay, so as you guys can already know from my title, I'm going to be talking about sonography, hatch, ultrasound technician. So my name is wayyyyy. I'm actually a sonography student at the Mayo Clinic. And it's so much fun there. I'm not being sarcastic, like people, it's fun there. I like it, I really enjoy it. It's my first semester, so it's a little different than just regular undergrads. Indeed it is. So many people may question, what is sonography? What is ultrasound? It is creating an image with sound waves, which is pretty cool. I don't know, I think it's just kind of cheesy to say that. It's because it is pretty freaking cool. Like when you first, I'm telling you guys, when you first put your hands on a transducer and put it on someone, and then you start to realize, like, this is their insides. It sounds really nerdy, but you know, it's true. That's their kidney. Wow, it's really nerdy, but it's pretty fascinating. That's how I felt like when I first started skating. Was,
oh my gosh, that's their insides. I see how their kidneys look like, and I see their vessels, and I see their liver.
what can you say? It's freaking amazing. It's crazy. Technology is crazy nowadays. Okay, so I guess you can say like the specialties or what you learn in the sonography program really depends on the program. Some people just learn abdomen, like organs and GY, and some people don't even learn vascular. Like it really depends on the program. But my program, we get to learn about the abdomen, GYN, and vascular. I've been told by a few sonographers that they didn't do vascular in their program and they had to learn it when they got to the Mayo. So everywhere's different. And one thing I want to say, when I tell people, yeah, I'm a sonography student or ultrasound, blah blah, their first question is always, oh, so all you do is babies? You see babies all day? Let's rewind. Yes, indeed, I do babies, but I also look at the amazing vessels, your vascular system, and I also look at your abdomen, your pretty organs inside your belly. And what can I say? It's pretty cool. And another one is, I forgot to say this, it's really important. It's echocardiography, or echocardiography is what's called, but it's the heart. So, which is pretty cool. My roommate does that, and she really enjoys it. So, 10 out of 10, recommend. Another thing I want to state, and this is probably what people always question, is, so what's the salary like for sonographer, should I say? After you graduate, what's the pay raise or pay rate? Just like every single job, it really depends on where you go. So I looked it up online. It says between 60 to 80K a year. It's pretty similar to a nurse, but nurses have way more options to get more money and make more money than a sonographer. So 60 to 80K years.
60K, 60, okay, between 60 and 80K a year, so I should say that.
I swear back then it was probably like 40, 50K a year, because I know I looked it up and it only said 40, 50K. It's like I like walked away from it, but look at me now. I'm here, sonography student. All right, another question people may ask, or is probably wondering if you want to be a sonographer, is what type of schooling do I need to go to, or what type of schooling I need to have before I get into the sonography program. My route, let's say this, my route was my home school is actually, there's an affiliate program with the Mayo Clinic, so that's how I found out about it. And that's, I guess it's not like how I got into it, but there's a higher chance of me getting into it, or I'm more of a competitive applicant if you do that. So I actually did like 5 semesters of my undergrad, so like 2.5 years. I'm supposed to graduate this year actually, so or this semester, but I'm in the program, so I'm not graduating until spring 2022. Added 2 more years of school, which is fine because I can get a job with this. And yeah, anyways, yeah, so I went to school for 2.5 years. I took my prereqs. I was really thinking of being a PA, physician assistant. I was really thinking about doing that, so I took all my prereqs and everything like that, and just didn't go the way I wanted to. I kind of just changed my mind after a while. So let's get on to the prereqs that you need to do. And I want to say every single program is different. This is just what I need to get into Mayo Clinic or my program. First, 1 semester of English. Second, 1 semester of math, just basic college algebra. 2, 1 semester of physics. I took that during the summer, during this whole COVID thing. Not fun. Do not recommend physics online. 3, I strongly believe you need a communication course because you need to be able to communicate efficiently with the radiologist.
Scary, I spoke to the radiologist for the first time, like giving them information about my case. I choked. I was so scared. Like, I'm not even lying. I was so scared. It's my first semester and I did that. I was so scared. Okay, anyways.
The next one, 4th, 2 years of anatomy and physiology, which is smart because you need to know the whole entire anatomy of the body, of the human body. So 2 years. And for Mayo, I'm not sure if any other program does this, but you need to have a certification something. So I was a CNA for like 2-3 years. That's another story. I almost didn't even get into the program because of this, but yeah, so I was a CNA for a few years, and you gotta make sure you have hours in it. They look at your resume, they want your resume, so make sure you are an actual CNA for a few months to get your hours in. And for Mayo, during my interview, I remember they asked me how many hours have I shadowed a sonographer. So I definitely look into that, and they definitely will ask you during your interview. I don't know if any other program is like this, but if you're thinking about the Mayo Clinic, yes, they will ask you how many hours have you shadowed a sonographer or any other healthcare position. Mainly they want sonography. 5th, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what is the growth? Is being a sonographer, is it the job of high demand? Yes, very high demand. You know why I know? You know how I know? Mayo Clinic is always looking for sonographers. I swear, we always have new employees, and they always ask us to, are you guys going to stay after your program? I don't know, that's like 2 years from here. I don't know where I'm gonna end up at. But I do like Mayo Clinic. I'm thinking I would want to stay, but long story short, it's wherever my boyfriend gets placed in the US is where I'm gonna go. So I would stay at the Mayo Clinic if I had a choice, if that wasn't the reason, you know. So high demand, ultrasound is the future. See that. So now I'm going to be stating my opinion as a student, and I'm going to be giving 1 pro and 1 con of program, not just Mayo Clinic specifically, it's just overall. And I'm sure a lot of students feel like this. The pro. If you put the time and effort into it, on learning this, you would get a hang of it quickly. And I'm telling you that from just my experience and from what my classmates have told me, is that once you know what you're doing, you get a hang of it like that. So it's pretty cool. One con is it's very confusing at first. Very confusing for me. And I'm being honest. When you look at an ultrasound machine, and when you're scanning someone, you see it, it's on your right side, alright? But it's the patient's left. So you basically have to like train your brain to know that's the left side of the patient. That's not their right side. Because when you look at it right, okay, but it's their left side. And that was one difficult thing that was a struggle for me, was constantly reminding myself, this is their left side, this is their left side, that's their right side, that's their right side. And really knowing medial and lateral, superior, inferior. Some of you guys probably know that already from like biology courses and stuff, but I guess when I was learning it in undergrad, I didn't really understand it, I guess. Like distal to like proximal to distal. That was another terminology. That was not language for me. Okay. But I guess again, pros, you get a hang of everything quickly because that's all they talk. That's not a language. They talk to you in that language and you need to talk back to them in that language. So that's how you get a hang of it quickly. And continue with my opinion of the program. I really like sonography. It's really interesting, I would say. It's amazing what freaking sound waves can create you. A freaking image. They can create you a freaking image. Like, what? Mind blowing. Like I said in the beginning, nerdy. I was really amazed. Like, oh my gosh, that's my freaking kidney that my classmate is scanning me. Why is my kidney off? My kidney is really anterior. My right kidney is really anterior. So every time my classmate scans me, she's always like, oh my gosh, your kidney is so weird. Because it's supposed to be more like posterior. My kidney's like literally right here and it's supposed to be more back here. But my anatomy is weird. I always say that. I'm abnormal, I guess. And I think it's just pretty cool that you can actually see your body. So, my opinion, I recommend if you're kind of nerdy about random things. And also, if you want to be in the healthcare field, but you don't want to be a nurse, and you don't want to go to med school and to become a doctor, then I 10 out of 10 highly recommend sonography. It's more of a background job. You don't really have any hands-on patient care, or patient care hands-on, whatever people say. But I mean, you get to see the patients. Obviously there's inpatients, outpatients. Outpatients is just people have appointments, they come in, and inpatients are patients who are in the hospital, like admitted in the hospital. So inpatient are more difficult because they're actually in the hospital for something. But outpatients, like, oh, I have an appointment for my liver. Yeah. So yeah, so they just come in, you see them, and they just leave. So I like the job. Or it's not a job yet, but I have clinicals. I would say I like the work, and it's really fun, and it goes by really fast because it's really fast paced. It really depends on where you're at, though. I know we have a few different sites at the Mayo, and one that always goes fast is Ghana 3, Ghana 4, and those are like thyroids, abdomen, GYN, vascular, and those are outpatients. So there's a schedule for them all the time. So it's busy there. Can never do anything. Can never sit down. Once in a while, it's nice and it's pretty quiet. I mean, it's not like quiet where you just just sit all day, but it's quiet where you can sit for 5 minutes and then another patient comes in. So I really like it. It's really fast paced, but like I said again, any job anywhere, it all depends on where you're located, and that's just my experience with being at the Mayo, and it's pretty awesome because we get to see things that not other programs see. So it's freaking awesome, and I like it, and that's my opinion, and this is what I want to share with people. Healthcare is always going to be around, so if you want to be in healthcare, then, and if you like this is a job for you. There's many programs out there. I know there's some in Iowa, obviously Minnesota has a couple, anywhere, New York has a couple. My boyfriend's told me about that. And so if you're just wondering what it's all about and being a student, then this is what I just told you. These are my opinions. And if you guys have any other questions, then just comment below and give me just send me questions, and I will feel free to answer them with the knowledge that I have, or the amount of knowledge that I have. If I can't, I would probably tell you. I can't give you an answer. I don't really know. I'm still a student. I'm still learning. So yeah. Any questions, comment below. Any requests, comment down below. And I am probably going to be doing like a sonography student, like day of my life as a sonography student. I was planning to do it, but it's Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving break, so I'm not going on campus until next week. Yeah. All right. Deuces.